All right, Shalom. It's now GMS on the go. Come back at you in the lesson. But before I get started, I want to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha Kodash. Next up, double honors to my apostles, the elders, great millstone, taught me the 100% truth of the Bible. It will rule well. Peace, love, salutations to all the brothers across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in all diligence and sincerity. I just want to jump into a little willing edifying lesson, on the day of the Lord, man. I'm just going to jump right into it. The Lord willing is edifying, man. Because majority of our people, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, you think the day of the Lord is a day to be trifled with, is a day to be taken lightly, man, which is not. And Lord willing, I can prove that with the scriptures, man. This is, I don't know why I went there. This is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 10, man. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, right? The day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night, man. So those of you who are not paying attention, keeping up with the signs of the times, measuring the times diligently with these scriptures, the prophecies, right, that you see going on around the world, with the rumors of wars, with the pestilence, the coronavirus, right, with the famines in Venezuela and all surrounding other places, they're going through the same thing, the uprisings of the people in like Hong Kong, France, Paris, and other places like that. All these things, earthquakes in diverse places, all these things, if you're not paying attention, man, ultimately the day of the Lord is going to strike you, and it's going to come unexpectedly, man, suddenly, swiftly, right? He's going to catch you with your pants down, because the thief isn't going to tell you when he's about to show up on the scene, man. In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. And what heavens, man? The heavens of the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, man. His heaven is right now being played out on the earth, man, because what? There's no such thing as hell, right? So what? Well, there is a such thing as hell. Heaven and hell are played out here on earth, man. Right now, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are in hell here in your captivity, man, in your low estate, while the so-called white man is in his heaven, right? So what? His heaven shall pass away with a great noise. What is that great noise, man? Those ICBM missiles, man. And it reads on. And the elements shall melt with fervent heat, right? And everything is made out of elements. What on this planet can make the elements burn with fervent heat, man? Them 200 million ICBM missiles, which are going to go to and fro, right? Shake this earth like a drunkard, right? Lay the land desolate here in Babylon the Great, aka America, and all the surrounding places at which the Lord has controversy with, man. It reads on, the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Of course, we know the earth ain't going nowhere, but what? The earth and all the works that are done in, the wicked works, everything that's contrary to these scriptures, man. Everything that's contrary to the will of the Heavenly Father are going to be burnt up here in this earth, man, and washed away, man. Well, not washed away, burnt away, man. The Lord already washed this place with the first death. This is the second death. Nuclear destruction, man. Jump to 1 Thessalonians. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse. I'll start at 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. Right. Why you have no need to write unto us, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are diligently seeking out the book, man, reading and measuring up the times, right? You have no need to write unto you because you already know what times we're living in. You can already tell what's shaping up and what's about to pop off, man. And it reads on, verse 2, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord, right, that everybody talks about, everybody is ranting and raving that they can't wait till the Lord come back, right? Verse 2, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. We know that if you ain't paying attention to these scriptures, man, that what, man? The Lord's going to catch you off guard. He's going to catch you with your pants down, man. It's going to catch you when you least expect it. Speaking to myself first and foremost. And anybody that, isn't measuring up the times diligently and doing what they're supposed to do, man. You know? You got to be examining yourself, man, every day to make sure that you're doing the right things and that you see the signs of the times and at which the Lord is going to come back and visit this place, man. Reads on, verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, right, who's going to say peace and safety? Anybody that's not following, that's not adhering to the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, who the word ignorantly calls God, whose name means He is, He exists, through the name of His only begotten Son, Lord Yahushua, who the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, whose name means He saves, He delivers, right? So we're talking about your higher-ups, your governors, your prime ministers, your presidents, your mayors, right? Your celebrities, your LeBrons, your Oprah Winfreys, your Reverend Al Sharptons, Jesse Jacksons, right? All these people, and the heathens, right? The low-level heathens, right? And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all are going to be the ones that's saying peace and safety. Why? Because you ain't been measuring the times diligently, man. You ain't been looking at these scriptures, measuring up the prophecy and measuring them up with the times that you see that's going on. Because the 144,000 men that out there preaching and putting their bodies out as a living sacrifice, along with the men, women, and children who sincerely believe in this truth and help the ministry to the best of their ability, they're not going to be saying peace and safety because they know that peace and safety isn't coming, man. And that the Lord is coming as a thief in the night. And it reads on, then sudden destruction come up upon them, right? Because when they speak in peace and safety, boom. Sudden destruction. Sudden means quick, unexpectedly, swift, right? Sudden destruction cometh upon them. As travail upon a woman with child. That's right. A woman, of course, when she's having her baby, right? When she's 9 months pregnant, everything could be normal, a regular day. She waddling around, and boom, that water break. It happened sudden. She didn't know when it was going to come. The doctor didn't call her and tell her that, they tried to the best of their ability, tell them when they're going to have birth. But what? They don't really know. So what? When that water breaks, it's boom, it's sudden. Just like this destruction that's coming. Boom, it's going to be sudden. It's going to be when you least expect it. Right? And the reason, as travail upon a woman with child, they shall not escape. And that woman can't escape that childbirth. She can't escape those pains, those contractions. And what represents those contractions? These upcoming things before the Lord comes back. The race riots, the martial laws, the earthquakes in diverse places, the sedition among men, the sedition among men, the race riots, and martial law, famines, pestilence. All these things are the contractions that slowly come in and out until the Lord comes back. Boom, when the Lord comes back, that's the baby. 200 million ICBM missiles, that's the baby, man. Twin babies, the Lord coming back and them ICBM missiles coming simultaneously, man. Right, and the read and the finishes out, and they shall not escape. Can't nobody escape. The only people that's going to escape are those that are going to be saved from Lord Yahushua when He comes back, save that 1/3 remnant, man. The 144,000, and then the men, women, and children who sincerely believe, man. The book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire. That's right, man. The Lord Yahushua is coming with fire, man. With His chariots like a whirlwind. Those chariots are what the world ignorantly calls UFOs, man. The angelic vehicles of the Heavenly Father, man, are coming like a whirlwind. Those chariots defies Esau's laws of physics, man. They'll do anything, come to and fro, up, down, backwards, diagonally, sideways, swiggles, whatever, man. And they coming to bring that concentrated fire, man. If you ever watch the World Wars, A World at War with Tom Cruise, man, You see what they was doing? Sending people back at which they came, man. Bringing them back to dust, man. With those concentrated fire beams, man. It reads on, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire, man. His rebuke with flames of fire, man. You ain't taking the rebuke of the prophets who were sent by the Heavenly Father, starting off with our apostles and elders of Great Millstone and all the sincere brothers on down. You don't want to take the rebuke from them, okay? You got to take the rebuke from the Heavenly Father, man. You got to take the rebuke from the Heavenly Father through the name of his only begotten Son, right? His only begotten Son is it's coming back with fire, man. Rebukes of flames of fire, man. Reads on, verse 16. For by fire and by his sword, that's right. So by fire, right, we already talked about it. Those 200 million ICBM missiles and the chariots with the concentrated fire beams coming down from the bottom of them, right? And his sword. His sword what? Esau Edom, the whooping stick, right? To you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that sword, he's going to use the so-called white man to usher in this Third World War, man. Which ultimately is going to lead up to that nuclear holocaust, man. The second death. It reads on, verse 16, for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. And the slain of the Lord shall be many. That word slain goes, back to the word slay, which the word slay goes into being murdered, being killed violently, being put to death, man. Those that are going to be put to death, the number is going to be many, innumerable, man. The word many goes into an innumerable amount of people, man. It's as simple as that. The Lord is going to be laying people down, man. Starting off with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans for not coming back to the law, statutes, commandments of the scriptures and turning back to your power. And then chiefly the so-called white man and wipe out the rest of you heathens, man. Let me see. Let me go ahead and get... I'm going to wrap it up with... a little willing, I'm going to wrap it up with Isaiah, man. The 13th chapter. You know, so many other scriptures that you can get, man, to show how the Lord is coming. But, I just wanted to hit some main points on, specifically the day of the Lord, man. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse, I'm going to start at 5. They come from a far country from the end of heaven. Was that talking about those 200 million ICBM missiles, man? Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation meaning his righteous anger, right? To destroy the whole land. What can destroy the whole land of America, man? A.K.A. Babylon the Great, man. Those ICBM missiles, man. And it reads on, verse 6, Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. So howl ye, where howl means to scream, man, to yelp, to when somebody is howling, man, they howling in pain, man. For the day of the Lord is at hand. And what does the day of the Lord entail? It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty, from the Heavenly Father, from Yahweh, whose name means he is and he exists, man. The day of the Lord shall come as a destruction from the Almighty, man. Verse 9, I'm going to jump down from 6 to 9 for time's sake. Verse 9, behold, the day of the Lord cometh. So the day of the Lord is coming. Cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, man. That word cruel goes into being bloodthirsty, man. Goes into being, savage-like, man. Both with wrath and fierce anger to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. What's going to lay the land desolate? Those 200 million ICBM missiles, man, and he's going to destroy the sinners thereof out of it. So that's a cut to the Lord hating the sin, but not the sinner. He's going to destroy all you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are not following after the law, statutes, commandments of the scriptures, man. And Lord willing, that was edifying. I want to go ahead and close it out. But before I do, I want to give all honor, all glory, and all praises to the Heavenly Father and his only begotten Son, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakha Kodash. Next up, double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone, taught me 100% truth of the Bible, and who rule well. Peace, love, salutations to all the brothers across the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth and our diligence and sincerity. Till next time, I say, Shalom.